Welcome back, SethBling here, and I'm back on the MindCrack server. I have picked out a spot for my base, and so there's this portal from the Nether hub that leads to my base. I guess Etho put a sign up for me, thank you Etho. And okay, so this portal leads right to my base. Basically, this is a good spot for me because it is halfway in between the spawn and the end, and those are the two places that I plan on going the most. So basically I picked out this spot. It used to be a forest. I kind of chopped everything down. I am the deforestation machine that is ruining the environment. So I chopped everything down, I fenced it off with the cobblestone walls over here, and I basically have a perimeter going around the whole thing. And there's a bunch of torches so that it should be safe for mob spawns. But you can see it. Yeah, it is a forest biome. Just have some chests and stuff down here, and I have my portal, and I have a bunch of wood here. So the plan for this episode is I want to get one thing done, and that thing that I want to get done is an item sorting system. And it's going to be a complicated item sorting system. I promise that while I'm building it, it will be extremely confusing, but I also promise that when I'm done, it'll be really cool. So I'm gonna try this. I'm not very good at talking while I build, but I'm gonna give it a shot. There's a lot of redstone involved. You can see my inventory. I've got a stack of hoppers. I've got a stack of droppers. I'll be using a ton of those. I got a lot of redstone. I got a block of redstone in case I need more, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a little project. But I should be able to finish it all in one video, and I want to make sure to do it, build it basically live so that you guys can see how to build it for yourself if you want to. Okay, let me make sure that's the right number. Actually I think this is too high. I need it to go up 6 blocks, I think. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Okay, so okay, the chests. I'm gonna just go ahead and start putting in the chests now. I'm gonna have 25 double chests, and that's gonna be. I'm going to take a lot of fall damage during this whole thing, aren't I? That's going to be all the storage in the system. It's expandable, so I can add more later if I really want to. But for now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually use the fence so I don't wear out my feather falling boots. I do have some nice feather falling boots, though. It looks like it's almost nighttime, but that's okay. Everything's torched up. Maybe I should go ahead and just do all 5 stacks at once. Okay, yeah. So the idea of the system is that it's a sorting system, but the cool thing about it is you don't just need you can have more than one type of item per chest. You can have as many as you want, in fact, and you can organize them however you want, and the system will sort of flow around however you build you build your system, or you build your chests. So it's going to be sort of like if I want the cobblestone to show up in this part of the chest, and maybe I want a bunch of iron to show up in this stuff, and it'll just fill in those slots with the items. And you'll see later what I mean, but it should work pretty well. I've tested it out. I think it should work just fine, and so that's good. So there's basically going to be all these chests. Now I'm going to have a bunch of hoppers flowing into these chests. I'm actually going to need a lot of space underground here. I'm gonna go ahead and start clearing that out. And well, not a lot of space. It's only going to go about 2 blocks down, but I definitely need it available to me. I'm going to put 1 hopper on each of these chests, and it's going to be pointing at the chest. So I'm clicking on the side of the chest. I'm using shift so that I can do that instead of opening the chest by right-clicking. I can place the hopper. So 1 of these on each. Great. Fantastic. Wonderful. And then I'm going to go ahead and place another one underneath, and oops. And that's going to be also pointing inward. So I'm just going to place it on the side of the wood here, and you can see that's pointing towards the wood. I'm not sure that's super crucial that it's pointing towards the wood, but that's how I'm doing it. I'm going to clear out yet more space. And it'll give me room for the stuff that's going to be underneath. Like I said, it's going to go about 2 blocks down. So, alright, so I'm going to do another set of hoppers, and then I'm going to have a lot of droppers as well. And okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just put down a layer of droppers. Where are we? Droppers. So just on the, this is the bottom layer of droppers. We're going to have, each stack of droppers is going to be seven droppers tall. So I just want to have those ready to go. Then I'm going to go ahead and, let's see. Basically, I'm going to have one hopper pointing in towards the dropper there, and then another pointing at that. So basically what we've got is something that'll flow down and into the hopper, or into the dropper there. So if I go ahead and put like a torch there, it should flow down and into the dropper. It should flow down, and where's it getting stuck? We have a problem. Why isn't it going? Oh, right. Went in the chest. Uh-oh, zombie. Get out, zombie. Where did you spawn from? How'd you get in here? Maybe over there. I just want to light it up so that mobs aren't attacking me while I'm trying to build this stuff. I don't think they can get in. I don't think there's any way in from the outside. I think I fenced this off just fine. Kind of like the Great Wall of SethBling. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, it's gonna flow into the chest, and that's actually part of the design. That's actually how the whole thing works. So that's, I'm not gonna try and stop that from happening. I wouldn't want to. So okay, I'm gonna place in these hoppers, and that's the last hopper. So now what we've got is, ignoring the chests for a moment. Say the chests were all full of cobblestone, and I put in a torch. It would flow downward, and then it would flow into the dropper. So the idea is the dropper is going to bring it back up and bring it over to the next stack. So they'll start flowing down and then up to the next stack, and then they'll flow down and then up to the next stack and flow down, etc. And yeah, so it'll flow down one and then up a chain of chain of droppers, and I'll go ahead and I'm going to make those chains now. And so the way I'll set it up, it's going to take some redstone, but the way I'll set it up will be such that if the item can go in the chest, it'll go in the chest, and if it can't, then it won't, and it'll just continue on along the path, and until it can't go any farther. So it's a pretty cool system, if I may say so. Whoops. Yeah, I guess you gotta have the right angle on the mouse when you're doing this. I don't even know sometimes. Oh right, I need to be a little bit closer. That's why. To be right on the edge of the dropper, I guess. And then one more on each stack, I believe. And there we go. And I can take my ladder down. Oh, I thought I could make it around the corner. Okay, so actually there's one more set of hoppers that I need at the very top. And then we can call it good. So I'm going to go ahead, just put the wood down. I just need something to point the hopper at. So I'm going to basically make a chain of hoppers going off this direction. So from this side over this way, and I think, yeah, that one was good. And they're going to keep the items flowing in the correct direction. And then I also need, so that basically when it comes up the hopper chain, or the dropper chain, it'll go into the hopper and then down the next hopper chain. Hopper and dropper sound really similar. I don't know if you'd ever noticed that. I don't know if that was intentional, but it makes things kind of confusing sometimes. Anyway, so there we go. That, I believe, is all the hoppers and droppers I'll need for now. Oh darn it! I thought that was where the the ladder was. Anyway, so that's all I should need for now. I can put those away. I'm gonna need a bunch of redstone now, and so I need stone bricks. I'm gonna need slabs, and I'm gonna need redstone dust. Okay, so the next thing I need to do, and I'm gonna clear out yet more space here. Oh, I'm not sure I mentioned it earlier, by the way. The wood that I have here, I don't know if you noticed, it was 16 by 16, which is one chunk. And in fact, I aligned it to a chunk, and the reason for that is I wanted to make sure that I didn't have any hoppers crossing chunk boundaries, because if you have a hopper that's like pointed from one chunk into another, so say you had a hopper pointed from here into this chunk, it'll keep the other chunk loaded, and you can create chunk loaders that way, but I don't want to do that because that can cause a lot of lag, and I'm trying not to cause lag for other people while I'm not around. So I only want the chunk loaded if I'm around. So that's the reasoning there, but it should be good. So I'm going to go ahead and just clear a little bit more space just because I need just a tiny bit more. But now we should be good. And okay, so now I'm going to start using the this stuff, and oh, you know what? I need even more space here. So I'm going to clear out space in between the chests. And basically we're going to have redstone going up on each side. We're going to use the trick from half slabs and glowstone. So I could use either half slabs or glowstone. I'm going to use the slabs just because I don't have a ton of glowstone. I'm going to go around to the other side first and place what I need to place. But so basically I'm going to use the top slabs because you can only place redstone on top slabs. And I'm going to use those to power the things that I need to power. So I'm going to have a redstone line running along the bottom like this, and then it's going to come up like this. And so currently when I provide a redstone signal to this line, it's going to power this hopper. And I'm going to continue the chain up the hill, sort of. Let's see, is there a way to do this? Yeah, okay. And actually, that's not the way to do it at all. I'm going to, I guess, place blocks. And, okay, yeah, that should do it just fine. So if I put it right there, I think I can put redstone on it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and same thing over here. Okay, so, and then, so this line will power this hopper and this hopper. Well, this line will power this line powers this one. So you'll notice every other hopper is getting powered by this line. That's actually important. And I think I need one more. Let's see, I need to power this one. Actually, don't need to power this one, so that's it. And so I'm just going to do the same thing on the other stacks. And I think we should just need the 4 for this. So it should be real quick. So I'm going to put down these and the redstone dust. And then that should be it. Okay, so now when I power the lines, it's going to power 2 hoppers per column. It's going to power this hopper and this hopper in each column. Okay, that'll be important later, but I don't want to explain right now exactly why that's important. Okay, so then this hopper is getting powered from this side, which means I want this one and this one are getting powered from this side. It's a lot of thises. I want this one and this one and this one. So every other one to be powered by the side I'm on right now. So I'm going to put blocks down and I'm going to use redstone dust to power it. This is going to be a little bit easier to place all the slabs that I need to place because I have this chest here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm actually going to do that off camera mostly, I think, because it'll take a bit of time. But I'm going to do the first one here on camera. Let's see, I think that's good actually. So yeah, so the redstone line basically comes from, will come from down here, and it'll come up the chain, and it'll power this block, and this block, which will power the hoppers that I was pointing out in the chain over there. So I'm going to repeat that a couple times. Here's that redstone line. Or basically I'm going to repeat that once per row between the chests. So I'll be right back once that's done. Alright, now I've got that done on all of those. And I'm going to clear away a little bit more space so that I have some room to work with. I want this front area, this is going to be the front of the storage system. I want this to be accessible. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to clear away all this so that I can have the redstone going underground a little bit. And it'll look a little bit nicer that way. Oops. Let's grab more redstone. Always need more redstone. So now when I go ahead and power this, it should, if everything is working correctly, let's see, that's not really the center. Let me fill that back in. So let's power it from the center, and I'll use redstone torch. There we go. Looks like it's not actually going up the hill here. Yeah. I have done this incorrectly. Whoops. So basically the problem is I need to here, I'll show you what I need to do. I'll grab the slabs again. Yeah, some of the redstone was being blocked by the way I had it organized. And I should have known better because I've built this before. And okay, so I need to build it like this basically. And that way the redstone can actually get up the path, and we can see that here. So I'm just gonna go through and fix it, and I'll be right back. All right, all better. I think I fixed it. If I go ahead and pop off the torch and turn it back on, yeah. So you hear a lot of dispensers going off. So, or sorry, that's the droppers going off. I just heard a zombie. Oh, there's a zombie in the water. So you can hear all the droppers going off, and that's this vertical upward chain of droppers that's going off. So if I go ahead and let me put a torch in the bottom here, and if I just break and replace this a couple times, that torch should move up a couple spots. So where do we put it? So yeah, it's right here. It was right here. If I keep going, it's going to go up into this hopper chain, and it'll go basically get sorted into the top chest probably, or maybe it would actually go around. I'm not really sure. We're not done yet though. The next crucial part of the system is a clock. So this clock is going to basically keep the tempo of the system. It's going to freeze the hoppers at the right spots so that they don't pull the items out when in the times when it would stop the system from working, and it will pull the items out at the right times. Okay, so I'm just going to clear out a bunch of space, use my shovel. I'm going to make a little clock. I'm going to probably use, I could either do a comparator clock or I could do a torch clock. I guess I'll do a torch clock. So I'm going to do it like this. Okay, so we've got a clock here, and then basically I'm going to go ahead and bring that clock over. I'm actually going to clear out quite a bit of space here because I want all this wiring to happen underground. I don't want any of it visible above ground, and I want it to come in the middle, right where this torch is. So I'm going to put a repeater here on 2 ticks, and we're going to connect that up over here. So now this thing is going to start pulsing, and I'm going to do something similar over here. I think if I just put a repeater on 1 tick over here, I think this should work. So the idea that I'm trying to accomplish here, okay, let's see if I can get out. Idea that I'm trying to accomplish is that the redstone dust or the redstone power will go on, flicker between the 2 sides. So it'll, right when when the right side turns off, the left side's going to turn on, and vice versa. And since this redstone is connected to the hoppers, it's going to freeze every other hopper and then switch which hoppers are frozen every half second, because that's the timing right now. Although I'm a little concerned, why is there an extra dropper sound? I'm hearing an extra dropper fire. It shouldn't fire when this dust turns on, actually. I'm not really sure why it is, so that might cause problems. We'll see. I'm not exactly sure, but I guess we'll find out later if that is going to cause problems. Oh, the other thing is, I guess I actually want... Oh, that's... whoops, it's not something I wanted. I guess I'll have to cover that up so that it's not going to interfere. I need that to happen on every row, and that actually might be problematic to actually place the dust. Yeah, okay. Because I need the bottom dropper to fire on every row. But I think it should all work probably. So I'll be able to test it in a moment. There we go. Just need to place these last couple of dust. Okay, so let's see if it works. Alright, what should happen is, if I put an item down here, at the very bottom of this, it should, the torch should start going upwards. Whoops. Oh. Looks like I was just lagging out. So the torch should start going upwards. We probably just missed what happened because, but it is in the top chest here. So let me. Oh great, and it's raining too. Love it. All right, options. Let's see. I've just found out that if you turn particles to minimal, it actually gets rid of that sound. Okay, so this redstone looks like it's frozen again. Okay, looks like we're back. That was not good. Other people are having problems logging into the server too. All right, let's try this again. So I go ahead. Let's see if we can do this. I drop in a torch. We can see the torch come by and the dropper here. No, I guess it went past it. Okay. It's going to be hard to see what's going on in the system. You can see the torch landed here. So what's going on is the torch is getting fed up this stream of droppers. And then it's going to go back down the stream of hoppers, but of course it's just going to get put in this one because everything is free in this chest. Let me go ahead and fill this chest with cobblestone though. Once this chest is full of cobblestone, the torch won't be able to go in here because, well, it's full of cobblestone. So let me put the torch back in, just one torch. And it's going to filter back up here. Maybe you can see it go through a dropper now. But it's going to end up at the second chest. And so let's say I go ahead and put in a line of torches, and then I fill up the rest of this with dirt. And you can start to see how now this becomes a sorting system where I can customize it around the way that I like my chests sorted. So I'm going to put in like 5 or 6 torches, and they're going to filter through. Okay, now we can see them in the droppers here. They're going to filter through droppers, and then they're going to get put into this chest. And so you can see the 6 torches all went in this chest. If I put, say, 5 cobblestone in and a few dirt as well, then we can see the cobblestone's going to start filtering into this. The dirt's going to start filtering into this. If I go ahead and drop in, say, some stone brick slabs, it's not going to fit in either of these chests because cobblestone's full, dirt's full. So they're gonna filter into this one. And so basically what I'm going to do with this system is I'm going to fill up all these chests so that they're full with one. Oh, it's telling me to sleep. With one block in each slot at least. And then basically it'll just, every time I want to put stuff into my chests, I don't have to find the right chest. Is he gonna sleep too? I don't have to find the right chest. I just have to in bed. Come on, Etho. I just have to dump them all into one chest, and it'll sort it all out for me. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in all my chests here. Now there is actually, before I do that, there is one more thing I want to do. It is still lagging a bit, that's true. There's one more thing I want to do, and then that is that I want to make this work a little bit better. Basically, the problem that we're having here is that the system's going all the time. That's going to drive me nuts. So I'm going to go insane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a chest that is the input to the system. I'm going to put the chest maybe here. Let's see. I'm going to use trap chest. It's going to go right. Yeah, right here. It shouldn't influence the system right when I open it here. And what did he say? And I have 1 billion hoppers and droppers going. Yeah, we're gonna lag the things up a little bit. That's okay. So let me get some hoppers going, and that baby zombie's still there. And we're gonna filter items into this this dropper over here by a series of hoppers, and I should just about use up all my all my hoppers with that. Okay, so oh crap. Yeah, okay. So let's test it out. So if I go ahead and put redstone in here, it should filter into should filter into this guy here. So that's good. So now I want to test if this guy has any items in it, and if it does, I'm going to use a comparator to detect if it does. I'm almost done. Yeah, I showed this to Etho, and we plotted and planned with it a little bit. He definitely helped me out a little bit with figuring out the right way to do all this stuff. So actually, I don't need that. What I need is a torch. No, well, I'll use a repeater for now, and I will. Let's see. Okay. So if this has anything in it, then I want the system to go. So let's see. I need this. Or maybe I'll use wood there. So let's get that out of there. So wood, and then redstone, dust, and my inventory. Oh, my inventory. I just don't want it to hook up right there, and there we go. So that should freeze the system. That should freeze the system unless there's an item in there. Like this, and then almost there. Okay, actually gonna put it over here so that I can do that. So this will suppress the clock, basically, unless there's items in this dropper. Okay, I think we should have it good now. I'm gonna put some items in here. Let's put in, what do we have? Let's put in 32 torches. So now the torches are going to start filtering into this guy, and they're going to kind of pile up there because the clock doesn't pull them out of this dropper very quickly. We kind of have a problem that that the thing turns on and off too quickly. So I might need to actually introduce a little bit of something to keep the signal going. So let's try. There we go. Okay, so now this never turns off as long as yeah, as long as there's items in this, that shouldn't turn off. So this is gonna stay on as long as there's items. Okay, now it's turned. Now there's no more items in there, so it's turned off. It suppresses the clock, and the system stops. So we should have almost 64 torches in there, I think. Looks like a bunch of them may have gotten lost somewhere, actually. I wonder if they made it all the way to the end, or actually, let me check the next chest. Oh yeah, we have a problem with this system. Items are going too far. So I think that may have been caused by the fact that the system was blinking. So let's try this again. I'm gonna put the torches in here, and I'm gonna check if items are going too far. I think we're good now. Yeah, I think all the items are going in the right chest. And yeah, it was just the fact that the torch was blinking on and off, and it was throwing the clock off. And this needs very precise timing. So all 64 torches should enter this chest, except not quite all of them are going to make it because, well, I'll show you why in a sec. But we should, yeah, there we go. So the reason why is basically this hopper is no longer has any, or dropper no longer has anything in it, but some of the torches are kind of stuck along the way. There's one. I would imagine there's at least one in a hopper, and actually probably some of the torches made it into other chests. Yeah, there we go. So some of them, yeah. So because the clock wasn't set up quite right, I think that's probably all of them though. Okay, so what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna take these out, and I'm actually gonna set up my chests like I want them, and then we're going to test it by dumping a bunch of items in there and watching them sort in. So I'll be right back. I'm going to actually fill in these chests with actual items like I actually want them sorted. Alright, so I actually decided, rather than actually fill things up with what I'm going to be doing in the long run, just to finish up this video in a timely manner, I just put it kind of whatever I could into whatever chests. But we're still gonna just dump my entire inventory into the chests here and make sure everything gets sorted right. So here we go. Just dump everything right in, including potions and everything. I'm gonna leave my hot bar alone, I think, mostly, so that I can like eat and stuff. But should start turning on in a sec. There we go. And so yeah, it's going to start sorting items in. We'll probably be able to spot that. Yeah, we can already see a couple items have gotten sorted in. The stone and torches here. Yeah, like I said, it is going to, at the end, it's going to leave some items in the pipeline because it doesn't keep going. If there was kind of a cooldown where this thing, like this line stayed powered for a while after, oh lag, for a while after this dropper emptied, then maybe it would last a bit longer, or maybe it wouldn't leave those items in the pipeline. But in the meantime, that's how it works. So yeah, we can see 20 torches, 7 cobblestone, 4 smooth stone. There's some wood. So everything seems to be getting sorted. I think the first one with empty slots is this. So there are some torches getting through. That's a little... Oh, because I didn't put any spots for torches. So there we go. Everything is working as expected so far. Let's see. Are we starting to get... Yeah, we got an extra dropper in there. These probably aren't going to get anything in them because I think... Yeah, like... this chest won't get anything in it until this one has completely exhausted all the spots for the stone brick. So... yeah, everything seems to be working as expected. Let's take a look what's going on. Let's see. The chest has pretty much emptied itself out now. So all the items are going to be either in this dropper or in the hoppers along the way. And we can see all the items here. And it's going to take a while for them all to go. So I'm not going to wait for all of that to happen. But I just wanted to make sure everything looked like it was working. Yeah, still torches are the only thing that have been sorted out. Into those extra slots, and everything else seems to be getting sorted fine. So this is actually really useful for me. I have sometimes trouble coming up with things that are actually going to be useful for my vanilla world, but the fact that I could just, come up from a half hour of mining, dump stuff in this chest here, and leave it is pretty awesome. So I'm pretty excited, to be honest, about the storage system. I think it's going to save me a lot of time, and I think it scales well. Only thing is I don't want it to go outside the chunk boundary, but I'm just gonna skin it up off screen. I'm gonna finish up the episode here. It's really cool. Hopefully you could follow along with what I was doing as I was placing all the blocks and everything. But yeah, I definitely have a lot more work to do with my base. It's pretty much an empty canvas right now, and there's a lot that I want to do. I want to make farms and everything. So that's coming up. Etho flying around. What? You were just flying. That was weird. Anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching.